Hey, what's up? It's me, Jessica J, and I was just wondering if you've ever sat and thought to yourself, am I creeping her out? Well, if so, I'm glad you asked, because you probably always hear this term thrown around, like, that guy's so creepy. Or even, oh my God, he's like really creeping me out. I kind of want to go call the police. But at the end of the day, you and I both know that when you go out there, you have the best of intentions. I know you're not trying to land in jail, right? So today I'm gonna go over what behaviors are putting off women and making them wish they had their pepper spray on them. And before I get into that, to make sure you never miss out another woman you may be creepy on or another one of my videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button right here, right now. Okay, one thing I just want to be clear on is that creepy doesn't mean that we hate you or you're ugly or you're necessarily doing something wrong. One thing I want you to take from the word creepy is it's any behavior that makes us women feel unsafe or on guard. A lot of people always ask me like, why didn't you buy a house already? Why do you pay rent at your age? And I'm always like, because as a single woman living alone, all it takes is like one maintenance worker or even like one neighbor to be like, hey, I know a girl that lives alone there. And then you guys will see me on the next episode of Dateline, buried under a bridge somewhere that you may or may not visit one day. I hope you do. In fact, you probably just don't even realize that we women have to think about these things all the time. Did you know that we go to safety classes on how to be safer when we're out in the world? Do you have to do that? I don't think so, because you're a man. You're fucking safe. And the reason I'm telling you all this is because I want you to have a better understanding of why we get so put off and so upset by guys who are creepy. And I also want you to know that it's not like we think you're doing anything bad as much as we have an inherent biological aversion to something that may harm us. So once you know about these 5 innocent things you're accidentally doing, all you gotta do is just stop doing them and then you'll be fine. So the first creepy thing that we fucking hate y'all do is when you brag about money. Now, some of you may not be in this camp, but even if you have a paying job, you could do it. Whether it's, yeah, I got a boat, I bet you like boats, bitch. Or even, that's a nice bag. I bet I could buy you way nicer bags. The reason we get so creeped out by this is because you're basically alluding to us that you'd like to pay for sex. I know so many guys who think that like, all you gotta do is buy them shit and then they'll give you the puss. And I know a lot of guys who watch my channel and who are in the comments thread say things like that. But when you speak like that, like your money should equate to the amount of time you spend in Pound Town, that makes us think that you think that you have a right over our bodies based on how much money you make. And I'm sorry, but the type of guys who think like that are men who buy women through sex trafficking. So just if you make a lot of money or make any fucking money at all, no need to tell this girl like, I could buy you, girl. Because that'll terrify us. Eris, you're snoring. Shh, shh. You're not even sleeping. The second creepy thing other guys do is when they complain about that nice thing they did for us without getting anything in return. Okay, now I feel bad throwing this guy under the bus, but if you didn't make it to my live stream this past Saturday, there was a guy who asked the question, Jessica, don't you think that if I bought her a drink, she should at least go out with me again to say thank you? And we were all like, Here's the thing, if you're gonna do something just to get something back in return, that feels coercive. And that is obviously a means of control that you're trying to exert over us. And how do you think a woman is going to perceive you if she feels like you are trying to control her? Exactly. She's gonna be like, please don't lock me in a cage. Again, this goes back to making it a transactional interaction versus you doing something just because you're a nice guy and you want to do something nice. A lot of guys, especially nice guys or guys that land in the friend zone, think that by doing all these nice things, now she's gonna do something back, right? And that's the kind of stuff that creeps us out because we're like, oh shit, if I don't do something back, what'll he do if I don't pay him back? Exactly, we think you're gonna murder us. So if you did something nice and she didn't return the favor, now you know to never do anything nice to her ever again. Now the third one is really funny because I caught this a lot last time we went out, is when you hover in silence. Ooh, ooh. Okay, I get it. Maybe you're a little hesitant because she's with 5 of her girlfriends and they look like freaking savages who will tear you apart if you try talking to her. Or maybe you're a little shy and you're like, fuck, I don't know. Approaching is difficult. What if I fall on my face or she laughs at me? But all that time you spend hovering and staring and not saying anything. We're sitting there thinking that you're plotting how to kidnap us and put us in the back of your van. Because we see you seeing us and we see all the time you're spending not talking to us. And the way we women perceive it is if he's not coming to talk to us, maybe it's because he doesn't want to make a connection with us. Maybe it's because he doesn't really want to get to know us. Maybe because he really wants to get to know what our insides look like by cutting us open. So do yourself a favor. If you see a gorgeous girl and you're like, fuck, I don't know what to say yet, look at your friend in the meantime while you come up with it. The 4th creepy thing is when you use really aggressive, derogatory language when talking about other women. Maybe your ex cheated on you and you're like, fuck that girl, she's a slut. Or maybe there's a girl who hooked up with like 2 of your friends and you're like, yeah, she's such a fucking whore. Anytime you talk about girls like that and I'm a girl, I'm like, all that aggression sounds like he might punch me in the face one day if I do something wrong. So fine, if she cheated on you, you could say, she cheated on you. Keep the slut and the whore and the bitch to yourself, or like using a funny way, like, what a stupid bitch, because everyone loves when you talk like that. And the 5th creepy thing you might be doing is following us around when we already told you no. And you know what? This also goes for the guys who were told that we just want to be friends. So let's go back to the guys out and about in the club, or even in social media or dating apps. If I told you no already, or I haven't responded to you, or I'm not texting you back, or I've stopped texting you 6 months ago, you staying around makes me feel like not only are you not respecting my no, it makes me wonder if the next step you're gonna take is showing up at my house or knocking me unconscious and again, putting me in your rape van. I get it, I've worked with many pickup artists who are like, no, don't be a pussy, don't take no for an answer, be alpha, be assertive. But there is assertive and there is dangerously disrespectful. And if I told you no and you're like, come on, why not? Let me buy you a drink. What are you gonna talk to your friends all night? That's it? And that's when we get scared. But if you like casually run into her somewhere again, like by the bathroom, fine, you can strike up a conversation again. Be like, hey, remember when you rejected me like 2 minutes ago? Then that's cute, then that's funny. But if you're gonna sit there and try to get answers from her about why she doesn't wanna talk to you or dance with you right now, that's when we start to get out our pepper spray. So just to sum up, I get it. Some of these things at a glance look completely harmless. And the idea is, again, that we women have a certain switch inside us that tells us safe or unsafe. And the sooner you can recognize that, the sooner you can realize that like, oh, okay, like I'm not trying to be disrespectful, I'll calm it down. Or you can just move on to the next girl, especially if you know that you have perfectly good intentions. So make sure you cut those 5 creepy things out to your repertoire now. And if you haven't already, don't forget to let me send you my 10 mistakes most guys make with women right over here. Enter your email and I'll email it right to you. Thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.